Hello everyone. In last period, we studied the warming up of the three questions. New lesson we started. Today we shall study this lesson. We shall learn this lesson. Okay. So first of all, here is the introduction of the writer. What is the name of the writer? Leo Tolstoy. 1828 to 1910 was a Russian writer who is regarded as one of the greatest authors of all time. Leo Tolstoy was the Russian writer, and he was supposed, or he was considered the greatest writer of all time. He first achieved literary acclaim in his 20s with his semi-autobiographical trilogy Childhood, Boyhood and Youth. Now, what is the trilogy? Trilogy means it is a set of three works. Set of three works. Trilogy means. What did he acclaim? Acclaim means to claim. He claimed that in his 20 means when he was of 20 years. At that time he claimed trilogy, autobiographical trilogy, that is Childhood, Boyhood and Youth. He wrote that trilogy, and it was the time to become popular for him. A parable is a short story with a moral lesson. What is parable? It is a short story with a moral lesson. A parable usually has human characters, and in a parable, what are there? Human characters are there, especially. This parable concerns a king who wants to find the answers to what he considers to be the three most important questions in life. In this parable, here is the king. He answers. He wants answers. He wants answer for the three questions, which are very important from the point of view of life. Now let us see what is the story. Once a certain king had an idea. If he always knew the right time to begin everything, if he knew who were the right people to listen to and who to avoid, the most important thing to do, he would never fail in anything that he would undertake, and above all, if he always knew what was the most undertake. Three questions were there in his mind. And what were those three questions? First question, what is the right time for right action? Second, who were the right people for him to listen? And third, what is the most important thing to do? These were the three questions in his mind, and he had this idea. He wanted answer. So since he was convinced that he was right in thinking this way, and he was convinced with these three questions that they are very important, and he must know the right answers for those three questions. So what did he do? He had a proclamation made in his kingdom. Then he made a proclamation. Proclamation means he made an announcement in his kingdom. For what? He would give a great reward to anyone who would teach him what the right time was for every action, who the most necessary people were, and how he might know the most important thing to do. In that announcement, again, what was said? What was said? He would give a great reward to whom? Who would teach him that what was the right time for every action, who the most necessary people for him, for anyone, and how he might know or how he must understand the most important thing to do. So this was the announcement made in that kingdom, and reward also was announced. Many learned people came to the court, but they all gave different answers. Many learned people came there. Learned people, educated people, they came there and they gave different answers. In reply to the first question, some said that to know the right time for every action, one must draw in advance a table of days, months, and years, and must live strictly according to it. Someone said, draw a table, make planning, and we had to follow that table in advance. It must be done, and strictly that table should be, that plan should be followed. Others declared that it was impossible to decide beforehand the right time for every action, but that not letting oneself be absorbed in idle pastimes, one should always attend to all that was going on and then do what was the most essential. Someone said it is not possible to find right time for right action. So better way, we should not waste our time by doing in our by sitting lazily. So whatever work comes in our hand, we have to attend it or we have to complete it. Someone said. Yet others said that it was impossible for one man to decide correctly the right time for every action, and that the king should instead have a council of wise people who would help him to fix the proper time for everything. Then another said it is impossible to decide what is the right time for the right action. So king should set or king should appoint a council of wise people so that they could fix properly and wisely. So these were the answers for the first question. Now for the second question, equally varied were the answers to the second question. Some said the people the king most needed were the counselors, others priests, and others doctors, while some said the warriors were the most necessary. Now for the second question, what was the second question? Who were the most important person? So how were the answers? Someone said warriors, someone said scholars, someone said doctors, someone said priests, someone said counselors. These were the different answers for the second question. Now for the third question. To the third question about what was the most important occupation? What was the most important occupation or what was the most important work to do? Third question. Some replied that the most important thing in the world was science. See, important work. Someone said science. Others said it was skill in warfare. Skill in warfare. Warfare, battle, war, like this. The king, and again it was religious worship. Means religious worship means praying God. Praying God or to do worship of God or religious worship. These were the answers for the third question. Now let us see whether the king was satisfied with this answer or not. The king was convinced by none of these answers and gave the reward to none. King was not happy. King was not satisfied with these all answers. So what happened? He did not give reward to any person. So what did he do? He decided instead to go to a hermit who was widely renowned for the wisdom. The hermit lived in a small hut in a forest which he never left. So to find the answer of these three questions, he went to hermit. And how was hermit? Hermit lived in a small hut in a forest which he never left. He never left that hut. And he spoke only to common folk. To whom did he speak? Only to common people, not extraordinary royal people. He never spoke such people. That's why what did the king do? So the king put on simple clothes and approaching the hermit's cell, dismounted his horse and left his bodyguard behind. So king put a very simple clothes. King put a very simple clothes on his body and he went to a hermit's cell. Cell means what? C-double. Here cell means room. Or here cell means here his hut. C-double. Cell means room. Dismounted his horse. Dismounted means he got down from his horse and approached to the king. And where were the bodyguards? Where the bodyguards were the bodyguards with him? No, bodyguards were back. Why? because king did not want to show his royal behavior in front of hermit, because hermit never met any royal people, he met only common people. So that's why a king wore simple clothes and he went to the hermit's cell or hut.